Take a deep breath, sigh, relax. I have no idea what that was, but there we go. And yeah. I have to apologise. I have to apologise for disappearing for about 15 days and, you know, and nobody knowing why, I suppose. I don't know if anybody, you know, kind of missed me or anything. I'm not quite sure about that one. But anyway, before we get going and before I tell you the reason why, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit your notifications so you know when I post another video. And let me turn myself down. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, I'd love to hear your comments in the comment section below. And that is a nice bike because it was a BMW. So, yeah, there was about 15 days. When I looked, I posted again. When did I post? Saturday, the weekend. Was it Saturday or was it Wednesday? No, it was Wednesday. So I posted last week, Wednesday, which was the Sync the Planet 2017. So I did that one. And then at the weekend, I put up scavenger hunt I've been doing for Red Shoe Moment. Yeah, her scavenger hunt. So that was, and then before that, I think it was refitting my front wheel. I think it might have been either refitting the front wheel or refitting my forks. I can't quite remember, but I think there was like 15 days between between Sync the Planet and the one previously. And the reason for that is, as people that regularly view my channel will know, I have an autistic spectrum disorder. I can guarantee people are going, really? You don't sound like you've got one. I'm not quite sure what somebody with autism is supposed to sound like. I really don't, but there we go. You'll be surprised how many people tell me I don't look like I'm autistic, and again, I'm not quite sure what an autistic person actually looks like. But there we go. So, as somebody with an autistic spectrum disorder, ADHD, dyslexia, every now and again, the life and the world becomes very overwhelming. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. Oh, he's gone all the way around. And when I mean overwhelming, it means this is like past beyond. We're going beyond complete stress levels, okay? And I'm not talking about being stressed. There is a fundamental difference between being stressed and being overwhelmed. And the one thing we don't have, and a lot of autistic people are all different. We are very much all different, which is one of the reasons why we're called neurodiverse. We each have our own different kind of traits, and we might have some crossovers. Me and my niece, we've got similar crossovers in some aspects, but most of us, there are fundamental differences. So for example, I've got a hypo sensitivity to knowing when I'm thirsty. So I don't know if I'm thirsty. I just go from being not thirsty or hydrated to being dehydrated. There's no gradual in between. And the same with hungry. You know, normal people apparently go through a gradual scale. So like they're full and then they're slightly peckish and then, I don't know, they're hungry or whatever, and then they're starving, or I don't know what the grade is. I go from being full or not hungry to being starving, when my body absolutely is ravaging for food because it's been that long since I've eaten last, which is bizarre. So the 15 days, so a lot of things were happening. The ironic thing is though, good things were happening. It wasn't bad things, and this is the thing that happens. My viewage jumped up dramatically. I made a kind of fundamental breakthrough on YouTube. My viewing figures dramatically increased. My subscriptions dramatically increased, and then bang, that was it. It was a case of, oh my god, life's now suddenly becoming overwhelming because I'm getting overstimulated. So I was getting overexcited. And that's the best way to explain it. It's not as though I was getting stressed, although there was some stress, which was actually from work, nowhere else, not from doing YouTube, not from social media or anything like that. So all those people saying, well, if you can't cope with it, don't do it. It's got nothing to do with that. You see, what you got to remember is, yeah, we get stressed, but our stresses are different to a normal person's stress. So, for example, if you imagine stress being on a 1 to 10 scale, so 1 is no stress, 10 is so much stress that you're about to have a nervous breakdown. You know, what you might find, oh hello, that was a bit worrying, that scared me. What you might find is that when you get to 7 on your stress scale as a normal person, that's likely my 1, so that's where I'm starting from. So your stress level is 7, my stress level is 1. So when I get to my stress level 10, that's probably about 17 for you guys, and you've gone past the nervous breakdown and God knows what else. So, and it's not a competition, it's not a case of saying I'm more stressed than you are, it's not. It's just basically, I handle stress differently. So as I say, I'm living at a my normal everyday stress level is about a 7 to you guys. You know, that's normal, that's where I'm always starting from. So what happens is, as it creeps up and as other stimuli happens, every time I get more stimulus, suddenly things start to get overwhelming and I can't process, and that's the main thing, is that I cannot process all the information that's going on because I try to process it all at once. I've got no way of filtering out any of my processing system abilities. Oh God. So the first things that start happening is I start losing abilities. So for example, I lose the ability to speak because things start shutting down when my body's trying to maintain some sort of normal homeostasis. So like, I lose the ability to speak, I lose the ability to think coherently, I lose the ability to write, so it looks like I'm just kind of scrawling on a page. I lose the ability to form coherent sentences and explain things. And, you know, so I tend to then get more and more frustrated, which then adds to my stress. So remember, frustration is, again, completely different to stress. Frustration is something I deal with on a day-to-day basis, because trying to explain something that I want to explain, it doesn't always either come out right or people don't understand it very well. And that's because I only use 7% of communications. My body language does not match what I'm saying, and vice versa. I can't read other people's body language. So that's what happens. So that's why I kind of disappeared for a few days. I'm not going to say it happens. It happens like once every so often, especially if a lot of things are going on. And at that time, a lot of things were going on, both at work. My negative things was at work, not outside work. Everything negative was happening at work. And I have a pretty stressful job anyway, working in an operating theatre. Stop the van from reversing into me. And trying to work out what's following me actually. Is that a bike? I think it is. It is. So yeah, so that's why I disappeared. And I've got to say, I do apologise for that. It happens. There's not a lot I can do about it. So the best thing obviously is, it's just I take that time to recuperate, and that's what I did. So I kind of spend most of my time sleeping and eating weird food because I'm craving for it. And I always can tell because I crave the most bizarrest. It's like it's like I'm pregnant and I'm just craving. And before anybody says no, I'm not pregnant, so bog off. So anyway, I just thought I'd let you know what happened and why I disappeared, in case you was wondering. You know, yeah, it is a bike. It's a bike behind me, and as you can see, I found a completely new way of going home and coming to from work. And it's such a gorgeous day, which makes a change. So in the morning it's about 10 degrees, but it feels like 5. And then I'm coming home today and it's like 23. So luckily I've brought an extra bag with me to put my extra clothes in that I'm wearing. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye now because I'm going to race this, God knows what I've got behind me. I'm going to go home, I'm going to have a great ride. I'm going to say goodbye. Don't forget, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And I'll catch you the next time, which will be on Saturday. So I'm going to say goodbye, arrivederci, and take care, and I will catch you again soon. Cheerio, bye bye, arrivederci. Bye.